The moon in Gemini in the first house signifies a lively, talkative, and versatile individual. They possess a natural curiosity and are eager learners, possessing a knack for multiple languages or fields of knowledge. Core strengths include adaptability, sharp intellect, sparkling wit, and excellent communication skills. Their dualistic nature can also reflect in relationships. They crave variety and excitement, often changing friends or partners frequently. Emotional intimacy could be a challenge due to their changing moods and need for personal space. Yet, they are charismatic and can easily attract people with their light-hearted and engaging conversations. Concerning career influences, they may do well in professions that require communication, information exchange, or adaptability. Careers in journalism, teaching, media, sales, or writing could suit them. Quick thinking and versatility are their strong career traits. However, this moon placement poses challenges as well. The person may struggle with consistency and focus due to their restless and fluctuating nature. They may also come across as superficial or detached, causing misunderstandings with others. Analyzing and recognizing these tendencies will facilitate their personal growth. To achieve personal growth, they should learn to balance stability with change. Harnessing their versatile mind and learning to communicate with depth and emotional clarity can greatly enhance their relationships and contribute towards personal and professional development. Their potential lies in recognizing and reconciling the multifaceted aspects of their personality. When the moon is in Gemini in the second house, it signifies a personality that is flexible, intelligent, and values communication greatly. Such individuals favor variety and change, and they are known for their mental agility and curiosity. In relationships, they can be engaging partners who enjoy intellectual stimulation. They value the free exchange of ideas and conversations that challenge them mentally. They might, however, struggle with commitment due to their need for change and a fear of monotony. In terms of career, these people are likely to excel in roles that involve both independence and communication. They may be drawn to careers in journalism, teaching, or sales due to their need for variety, intellectual curiosity, and strong communication skills. Strengths for this placement include adaptability, intelligence, and excellent communicative abilities. They can also be very resourceful and versatile in their approach to problem solving. However, this placement can also present some challenges. Their desire for change and fear of boredom can make them fickle and indecisive, making it hard for them to stick to one thing. Personal growth lessons for them might include learning to balance their desire for variety against the need for stability, and to commit to things long-term, even if it means experiencing some monotony. In other words, they may need to learn to endure boredom and routine in order to achieve their goals. Their quick-thinking minds would certainly be a great tool in this aspect. Embracing stability and developing consistency will serve them well in all aspects of their lives, from relationships to career choices. Having the moon in Gemini in the third house can shape a personality that is curious, communicative, and adaptable. This placement indicates a tendency to evaluate emotions through an intellectual lens, often favoring rational analysis over embracing feelings. It can make a person quick-thinking and versatile, but it can also lead to restlessness or inconsistent emotional patterns. Regarding relationships, the person is likely to enjoy intellectual conversations. They might experience a certain level of detachment, as they often process their emotions from an outsider's perspective. This can sometimes make it hard for them to build deep emotional connections. In terms of careers, fields related to communication, education, or media can be fitting. This is due to the strong intellectual abilities that come with having the moon in Gemini in the third house. Additionally, this placement can benefit jobs that require adaptability or dealing with different types of people or situations. The strengths related to this placement include intellectual prowess, flexibility, and the ability to communicate effectively. However, challenges can arise in the form of difficulty dealing with emotions, providing consistency in relationships, or enduring mentally stagnant environments. Personal growth can involve learning to honor emotional responses instead of always trying to dissect them intellectually. Developing patience, steadiness, and depth in relationships can also be beneficial. Consciously slowing down to explore feelings can help ensure richer, more fulfilling relationships and a better understanding of oneself. The moon in Gemini in the fourth house implies a curious, adaptable, and communicative personality. The individual may find comfort in communicating ideas and embracing change. They might get restless and crave variety in their environment. Such individuals are likely to be intuitive, mentally sharp, and expressive, with a strong desire to understand the world around them. In relationships, they value mental stimulation and can be a bit fickle in their emotions, needing a partner who appreciates their versatility and can keep up with their intellectual vigor. Emotional bond is important, and they like to keep the atmosphere light and breezy. In terms of career, they might flourish in professions that utilize their high intellect, creativity, learning agility, and communication skills. Journalism, writing, teaching, or any other profession related to information exchange can be fruitful. Strengths include a quick intellect, adaptability, emotional intelligence, and excellent communication skills. They can be good at solving problems and are likely to be empathetic. However, they could face challenges in terms of inconsistency, restlessness, and difficulty in focusing on one task for a long time. Struggles with decision-making due to the variability of their emotions could also be a problem. Personal growth involves learning to stabilize their fluctuating emotional climate, focusing on one thing at a time, and being consistent. Understanding that not all change is good and learning to cultivate stability is vital for their emotional well-being. Developing their inherent strengths in a positive direction can help them reap the benefits of this unique moon placement. Moon in Gemini individuals are curious, communicative, and adaptable. They have an insatiable thirst for knowledge and enjoy sharing what they've learned with others. These individuals are often quick thinkers, with a gift for juggling multiple tasks or ideas. Their challenge lies in their restlessness, which can lead to inconsistency or lack of depth in their pursuits. When the moon is in the fifth house, there's a strong need for self-expression and creativity. These people like to be noticed and admired, however, they should realize that not all attention is positive. Their desire for recognition may lead them to act impulsively or recklessly. But they can also be very affectionate and warm, making them popular in their social circles. In relationships, they are playful and love to communicate, sometimes flirting casually. They might struggle with commitment due to their desire for variety. There's also a tendency to dramatize their feelings, which can cause confusion or misunderstandings. In terms of career, these individuals could excel in fields that value quick thinking and communication, like journalism or education. Their creative side might lead them towards the arts. However, they may find it hard to stick to one job and might change careers frequently. The moon in Gemini in the fifth house suggests a personality that's outgoing, versatile, and intellectually inclined. Strengths lie in communication, adaptability, and creativity. They need to learn to channel their restless energy, to seek depth over breadth, and to curb their dramatic instincts for a more fulfilling personal and professional life. With the Moon in Gemini positioned in the 6th house, there's an innate curiosity, a thirst for knowledge, and a strong desire for communication. Emotionally adaptable, this placement makes one highly flexible yet restless, always seeking new experiences and information. They're likely to be quick-witted and analytical, with a strong mental disposition. In their relationships, these individuals often seek intellectual connection. They value stimulating conversations and mental connections just as much as, if not more than, emotional ones. They may have a knack for understanding different perspectives, which can make them great mediators. In terms of career, areas where analysis, communication, and problem-solving are needed could be appealing. This might include fields like journalism, writing, education, tech, or counseling. Their desire for variety could lead them toward jobs with different daily duties, avoiding monotony. The strengths of this placement include adaptability, intellect, and communication skills. They excel at multitasking, problem-solving, and logical analysis. Their potential challenges involve a tendency toward anxiety and restlessness. Their minds are always seeking new, interesting topics, but this could lead to scattered focus and difficulty concentrating on one thing for extended periods. A personal growth lesson for people with this astrological placement is to find a balance between wanting to know everything and focusing on one task or topic at a time. They may also need to concentrate on fostering deeper emotional connections, in addition to intellectual ones, for more fulfilling relationships. Overall, the Moon in Gemini in the 6th house is a placement that encourages intellectual exploration, communication, and adaptability, with room for personal growth. Having the Moon in Gemini in the 7th house suggests a person with a curious and communicative nature. They feel most secure when they're able to express their thoughts and ideas, making them great conversationalists. They're adaptable, and have a knack for seeing multiple sides of a situation. In relationships, these individuals seek partners they can communicate with on a deep level. They need intellectual stimulation and enjoy learning from their partners. However, their natural curiosity can sometimes manifest as inconsistency, making it challenging for them to maintain a stable relationship. Career-wise, they excel in jobs that allow them to socialize and exchange ideas. Occupations such as writing, teaching, or public speaking are excellent fits. Their innate adaptability can also make them successful in fast-paced environments where change is constant. The challenge for these individuals is to find balance. Their desire for variety and novelty can lead to restlessness and lack of follow-through on projects or commitments. They need to learn how to be consistent and follow through on tasks. Strengths include their adaptability, intellectual curiosity, and communication skills. They can continue to grow personally by learning to follow through on tasks, consistency in relationships, and finding ways to channel their inquisitive nature in a constructive way. The ability to adapt and their intellectual curiosity can be both a strength and a potential growth area, leading to a dynamic, yet consistent life purpose. Having the Moon in Gemini in the 8th house means deep curiosity drives the individual's core personality. They are expressive, adaptable, and fond of mental stimulation. Their mind is always working, making them quick thinkers and efficient problem solvers. They tend to communicate their feelings logically, making emotional understanding a challenge. In relationships, folks with this placement can be perceived as detached due to their tendency to intellectualize things. They desire mental and emotional depth from partners, seeking transformative experiences that stimulate growth. They may struggle with vulnerability, preferring to rationalize feelings instead of fully experiencing them. Deep, intimate conversations can help overcome this, fostering closer connections. When it comes to careers, this placement appetizes towards professions requiring versatility and analytical thinking. They might excel in fields such as research, psychology, finance, or journalism. Their intellectual curiosity, combined with a desire for transformation and growth, makes them promoters of change in the workspace. A key strength of this placement is the capacity to adapt and understand complex concepts. Conversely, overthinking and emotional detachment can be setbacks, proving a challenge in relationships and personal growth. One of the necessary personal growth lessons from this placement to learn is expressing and accepting emotions without logic. Also, they need to balance between the drive for knowledge and the ability to experience the moment. Simultaneously managing both can lead to personal fulfillment and effective, deep relationships. With the Moon in Gemini in the 9th house, a person is likely drawn to adventure and knowledge as Gemini's curiosity pairs with the 9th house's connection to philosophy and exploration. Such individuals are mentally agile, adaptable, and forever a student, eager to learn about new cultures, ideas, or philosophies. This flexibility and curiosity translate into talkative, sociable personalities driven by the variety of life and are generally optimistic. Within relationships, they may crave intellectual stimulation and freedom due to Gemini's influence. They're happiest with partners who can match their wit, engage in intellectual conversations, and understand their need for independence. Unpredictability can be an issue, as they might struggle with restlessness, leading to inconsistency in relationships. Professionally, the 9th house placement suggests careers in areas like education, law, or travel. These individuals might excel in roles that allow freedom of thought, variety, and opportunity to communicate ideas. Strength-wise, the combination of Gemini's adaptability and the 9th house's drive for understanding allows these people to shift perspectives easily and embrace change. They're intellectually agile, friendly, and optimistic, traits that can make them inspiring to others. On the flip side, they might be challenged by their restless nature and lack of consistency, leading to difficulties sticking to commitments. Also, their constant quest for new knowledge might make them appear superficial to some as they often skim across many subjects rather than diving deeply. For personal growth, one might need to find balance in their voracious appetite for variety and knowledge, learning to commit and explore subjects, relationships, and experiences on a deeper level. Cultivating patience and consistency. Having the Moon in Gemini in the 10th house indicates a person is versatile, adaptable, and intellectually driven. They excel at communication, making them persuasive speakers and avid learners. They may, however, struggle with consistency, often changing their minds or shifting focus. The placement in the 10th house underscores the individual's professional life and reputation. They may thrive in careers that value clear communication and involve community, like journalism or teaching. In relationships, they appreciate intellectual stimulation and engaging conversations, craving variety and change. They might struggle with deeper emotional bonding, however, often distancing themselves when the conversation becomes too emotionally charged. Strengths of this placement include intellectual curiosity, communication skills, and adaptability. They perform well under changing circumstances, reacting promptly and logically. They impress others with their quick thinking and chatty nature. Challenges might present themselves in the form of inconsistency and fleeting emotions. They may be perceived as emotionally distant or unreliable owing to their changeable moods. This placement suggests personal growth lessons revolving around learning to control their scatterbrain tendencies and focus on specific tasks. Additionally, they might have to work on their impulse to flee from emotionally intense situations. It's important for them to embrace depth in their relationships and acknowledge their emotional needs too. Having the moon in Gemini in the 11th house denotes a core personality that is engaging, sociable, and curious. They enjoy learning new things and meeting new people. Intellectual stimulation is key for these individuals, and they are inspired by innovative ideas and varied conversations. They are adaptable, flexible, and changeable, which can make them seem inconsistent at times. In terms of relationships, they may have many friends but few close relationships as they favor breadth over depth. They value autonomy in relationships, and though they care deeply, they might have difficulty showing emotions. This sometimes leads to perceived detachment. The challenge here is to find the balance between intellectual stimulation and emotional connection. Career-wise, they flourish in fields where they can socialize, learn, and innovate. Careers in academia, technology, journalism, and social work might appeal to them due to the varying and intellectually stimulating aspects of these jobs. They work well in groups and teams, where they contribute unique ideas and excellent problem-solving skills. Strengths of this placement include intellectual curiosity, adaptability, and sociability. However, their challenges lie in their difficulty expressing their emotions and their tendency to spread themselves too thin among interests and social connections. For personal growth, they must learn to balance their thirst for knowledge and their need for deep, emotional connections. Incorporating a more emotionally intuitive approach in relationships and being more consistent in their interests will lead to personal fulfillment. Furthermore, focusing on a few important relationships and projects instead of jumping around can provide a stronger sense of satisfaction and achievement. Having the moon in Gemini in the 12th house means that the person is likely to be intuitive and mentally active with a strong desire for solitude and introspection. They have a natural gift for communication, usually in spoken or written form, and their mind is often filled with intricate thoughts and ideas. However, they might struggle with hidden anxieties or fears. Emotionally, they might be prone to mood swings and can be quite sensitive. In relationships, these individuals may prefer intellectual connection over purely emotional bonds. They appreciate stimulating conversations and a dynamic exchange of ideas. On the other hand, they might have a tendency to isolate and withhold their feelings, which can create challenges in building deep and intimate connections. In terms of career, people with this placement could excel in roles that require intellectual stimulation or communication skills. This could range from writing, teaching, to counseling or even acting. One of the individual's strengths is their intellectual prowess and resourcefulness. However, the challenge here includes dealing with emotional instability and the urge for isolation. For personal growth, individuals might need to learn to communicate their emotions clearly and honestly, instead of hiding them or turning to escapism. They could also benefit from building a supportive network and dealing with the anxieties they may feel. Embracing periods of solitude for self-reflection can also be enriching, as long as they don't isolate themselves entirely from others.